and gentlemen. Today what we're going to do is we're going to clean our phone and the case. Got to clean your cellular devices and the case as well. You should do this periodically. I choose to do this like every day because there are a lot of germs out there. I like to keep my stuff in immaculate, pristine condition. And here are a few of the supplies that you're going to need in order to do it. You get some disinfectant wipes. These are store brand. You get 75 of them for less than $5 if you buy the store brand. You can get yourself like a roll of paper towels, you know, and you buy them anyway all the time. And then you need like a cloth for like getting the smudges off the screen. You know, it's got that nice material, so it's good for that. Because what's going to happen is this is going to clean up the germs, this, that, and the third, but it's not going to leave you smudge free because the liquid dries up. There are better disinfectant wipes that are more geared for electronics, and I would almost, you know, say to recommend those. But we don't have those here today. We just have what we have today. So get prepared. Also, too, what you're going to need is if you got long fingernails, you're going to need like a tool or something. Like it doesn't have to be metal. Preferably, it should be plastic so that you don't scratch anything. I don't need to use this tool today, so I'll just put it to the side for now. Alright, I think this one is updating, so I'm going to let this one update. Also, it's very important that you keep your phones up to date with the latest operating system, whether it's Android or iPhone, iOS, and that sort of thing, you know, because if you don't, you leave yourself open to certain vulnerabilities, which is not good. So without further ado, the first thing we want to do is get the case off. Okay. And also, while we're at it, I power off the device. This is an Android device here, and then you know how to power it off and things like that. It powers off. This is important because what you don't want is to be hitting buttons and activating the touch screen and that sort of thing. Excuse me. So you could see it. I don't know if you could see it that well, but like sometimes, you know, like you get these clear cases. It's good to clean them because if you don't, and you get like years worth of like dust particles that clump up into like smudges or, you know, blemishes that you don't want, you know. And then your mobile device, you know, it's protected, this, that, and the other. If we could maybe get a good look at like I could tell you, I don't think you guys could see this, but the camera area probably needs a little wipe down too. Now you may say, why do you have all these mobile devices? I don't. They're actually only one of them's turned on for mobile service, but they come handy for different things around the house, right? Like say for this one over here, this is my old iPhone. Use it for music. Use it to operate this software for the GoPro. Simple stuff like that. All right, so we have our wipe. We have the phone out of the case. And what we're going to do is just get this started. So you could do this a number of different ways. I'd like to go for the case first, you know what I mean? It's really important that you get your finger in there and get into the corners, get that dust, dirt, germs, etc. Then you want to get the smudges, the things like that. And once you do that, this case that you have will be
Surfshark VPN. Get a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can encrypt your internet connection, protect your data, change your IP address to master location, etc. This is how it connects. You know, you could connect with an application. This is on a Windows device, Windows 11, and it connects in a few seconds. And you could connect anywhere in the world, get your information or news or whatever from anywhere in the world without being geo-blocked, etc. And when it connects, it'll indicate that it's connected by a notification at the bottom. They feature a no logs policy, which means to do not store IP addresses in your activity or traffic data, and it's a RAM-only server. You can get it at techtingtronics.net.
Immaculate condition, and it will keep your phone protected to a certain extent and nice as well. It's really important that you do this because there are a lot of germs out there, and you do this, that, and the third in public. You may not always be able to wash your hands, and some people may carry hand sanitizer. I personally don't like hand sanitizer because it really dries my hands up. This process, you could wear gloves, like not plastic, but rubber gloves if you don't want to get this disinfectant wipe material on your hands. And that's one of the things. Now I'm ready for the phone. So the phone, now you're going to clean the screen. I don't think this phone has the screen protector on it, but that's okay. It's not really a very expensive phone that's really worth protecting. It's actually one of the cheapest. I used to use it, but it decided it wanted to reboot and stuff like that. So, you just want to get in there, get it nice and clean. And if you're in a situation where you're in a, like, say, a dusty environment, and you got dust, like you work in a construction zone or something like that, and you end up with dust in the crevices and things like that, it wouldn't hurt to use a blower to get that off. But in this case, I'm not in that particular situation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cigar. And then this is where you get the, and this may not be the end-all, be-all way to clean your phone. This is just how I do it. And it's not really a right or wrong, but you're getting rid of the germs. You're getting rid of any potential future blemishes and things like that. Make sure you get all surfaces of the phone. Now, if you wear like rubber gloves that you get from like CVS for a box of like, say, I guess 50 of them, and they're throwaways, it'll prevent you from getting your fingerprints on it, and then also it'll help prevent the liquid in the disinfectant wipes from drying your skin up. But after I'm done this task, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to put some lotion on my hands, because I don't like when my hands get dry. It's just me. So this case is in as immaculate a position as it can be. It looks a lot better than when I picked it up. Now, what you're gonna run into is, because we use this particular disinfectant wipe, the screen, as you can see, if I could get the light right, you can see that it needs to be wiped down a little bit more. So, you just kind of put a little elbow grease in there, a little wax on, wax off, and that gets you part of the way there. And then, just make sure everything is dry and that sort of thing. Get all surfaces of the mobile device while you're at it. Look at that camera, same difference, same thing. And it gets you so far with this. what you're going to need next is this. Okay. This is the magic. If you don't have this cloth, this magic cloth, I don't know what they call it, but it's usually, you get it with your mobile devices and stuff like that. They usually supply you one. It's cleaning cloth. You get it with screen protectors to help you get the contaminants off the screen and that sort of thing. Let's see. Let's make sure we don't miss a spot. No grease spots, nothing like that. And just get the side pieces of the phone, side surfaces, and then we work the screen area. Okay. And make sure you know how to power your phone on and how to power your phone off. I'm going to power on and not power off the phone every day because it assures me consistent performance of my mobile device. Okay. And it looks a lot better than what we had in the beginning. So then, you know, I would go ahead and put it right back in the case. Right? And then just wipe down any fingerprints and things like that. You know what I mean? And even if I don't clean it every day, the smudges get to me and I have to periodically, because it's a touch screen, your fingers sweat, and there's nothing you could do about that. You just want to have these handy to wipe it off and that sort of thing. Okay, this one's still doing the update, so when you do an Apple device, it's kind of the same thing. We don't know how long it's going to be preparing this update. I'm going to let it update first, and then I'm going to do it off camera. But what we've seen here is the proper way to clean the phone. The phone looks pretty immaculate compared to what it used to look like. And then once you're done with that, you go in and you power the device on, and it tells you by a little buzz that it's coming on and everything like that. And that's really it. That's all you have to do. I mean, any questions, you know, get in the comments and different things like that. Anything, your experiences, blah, you know, whatever. But that's all. We'll get that. We'll have to do that another time. All right. Thanks, everybody.